What's up, guys, and welcome back to Epic Journey Through the Bible. My name is Jacob Serns, and my statement to you today is, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. Luke chapter 10. Why am I saying you're so lucky? Jesus is talking to the disciples here, and they're going through, they just said, we have power over demons. They're excited about that. Jesus goes on then after that to tell them the real reason you should be celebrating is that your names are written in heaven. That's the greatest celebration of all. Then he says, many people have longed to see what you see and to hear what you hear, but it was granted to you instead. What does he mean by that? Why were the disciples so lucky? The disciples got to see the Messiah in person. Way back since the time of Adam and Eve, God's people knew, God's faithful followers knew, there would be a chosen one, a Messiah that would be sent to die for their sins, to rid them from evil, and to save them and make them victorious. And it was an exciting thing. It was really what they were living for, what they were looking forward to. So that's from Adam. So ever since Adam's time, all the way through Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all the way up through the prophets and the kings, King David, King Solomon, all the way up through the minor prophets, all the way up through until finally Jesus was born in a barn to Mary and Joseph there. And then even then, a lot of people didn't recognize who he was, but then the disciples actually had the privilege of walking with him, talking with him, learning from him. Something that the prophets would have longed to do. The prophets were prophesying about Jesus, so they knew there would be a Messiah. They didn't know his name was going to be Jesus, but they knew there'd be a Messiah, and they were prophesying about when he would come, but they didn't get to see him come. But the disciples got to actually be there and experience him on a day-to-day basis. What a beautiful, wonderful thing. But I'm not just saying the disciples are lucky. No, no. I said you're so lucky. Why are you so lucky? Here's why you're so lucky. We now have the big picture. We can look back and we can see the whole thing. We can see what Jesus did. We can see what Jesus said. We can see where he walked, what he talked about. We can see all the stories of his life. We can learn lessons from those. It's an amazing privilege that we have, seeing the big picture. We have it, the whole thing. In fact, we even have the end of the story. We got Revelation, we got the whole thing. Those other prophets earlier on in the Old Testament, I'm sure they would have loved to have what we have today. But God saw fit to give us the privilege of having those beautiful truths. What are you doing with those truths? Are you reading the Word of God? Are you studying the life of Jesus? Are you falling more and more in love with him each and every day? Because I'm telling you, you're lucky. You're lucky to have the big picture in panorama like you do right now. I'm lucky to have the big picture in panorama. We are lucky in this day and age. And the next thing we're waiting for is that beautiful second coming of Jesus, which he promised would happen soon. Guys, comment below. Tell me, what's your favorite thing about Jesus? Thank you for watching this video. Push the thumbs up button if you like it. Peace, love, and the joy of the Lord.